Hey everybody, you are looking live on tape from headquarters tonight. It's not quite golden hour. Sun is setting here in Celebration, Florida. Just kind of wanted to pop in, give a quick update, share some big Disney news, let you know what's been going on the past couple of days. I realize I've been absent in some of your lives. We're going to fix that today. Thanks for joining me. Let's get to it. Hey, before we get into the big Disney news this week, I just wanted to kind of give you an update on where I've been. And I know usually this part of the week you're inundated with some hopefully decent Disney park content and general Orlando stuff. I hurt my ankle. It's been really difficult to get around. That being said, I did want to get this video out there tonight just to let the subscribers know and the I guess general populace know that everything's fine. Everything is a-okay at headquarters here. I just I really hurt my ankle, and I haven't been able to get around to any parks over the past few days. Doesn't mean that this week there won't be any park videos, because I'm trying to soldier on, but it has been really tough. Those of you that have had a foot or leg injury can understand that the idea of walking 8 or 9 miles in a theme park, maybe not so much, but doesn't mean I wouldn't. I'd be remiss if I didn't share a little bit of, to me, really kind of sneaky, quiet, big Disney news. And it's all surrounding the Polynesian resort. All right, so the big news from the Poly: no more luau. No more luau dinner show, which is an experience that any guest could get. I could get it, you could get it. We could all meet up at the Poly, go have dinner, watch the luau. That is no longer ever going to have, I say, never say never. But the official statement was, we are choosing not to bring this back, yada, yada, yada. So if you are staying at the Poly, future planning to go to the Poly, the luau is definitely not happening. Which kind of segues me into the second part of this drop today, which is, wish I had a drum to do a drum roll. They're building a new DVC tower at the site of said luau. So I, of course, have thoughts about that. Number one, I never had the pleasure or the opportunity to go to the luau at Polynesian. I've been to Disney dozens and upon dozens of times, as an out-of-state person, as an in-state pass holder, as someone that has the will and the means to make stuff happen, and didn't get the chance to see it. And quick segue, quick sidebar. A few videos back, a buddy of mine, Troy, and I went to the Royal Pacific at Universal. They have not also restarted their luau. However, I always heard the big, rumor on the street, if you will, was that the luau at Royal Pacific at Universal was way better than the Disney luau at Poly, which the Disney inside me wants to fight you, but I haven't seen either. So when that news came, I was like, all right, well, that's terrible. I'm sure there were probably folks that had jobs, but they have not been back since COVID. But the announcement of the the new DVC tower on the exact area where the luau was really spoke volumes. Now, it's really easy to kick sand in Chapek's face and Josh Tomorrow's face and leaderships. And always, that's kind of a throw to my buddy Troy. We always, whenever you get like a really good, and we all have them in any job, directive from the mothership, or, this is what we're doing and this is why, pretty easy to ascertain. But the Polynesian Resort is something that's really close to home to me. If you're on my balcony where I sit, I'm sitting on Polynesian balcony furniture because that is a historic resort. I don't think you mess with it. The luau is gone, replaced by yet another DVC tower. Tells me two things real quick. Number one, supply and demand. That's the general umbrella, supply and demand. Number one, there is a significant demand for poly DVC memberships. They wouldn't put it there if they weren't going to sell them or have pre-sold them. Don't know. Maybe they reached out to the alumni of poly DVC owners and said, would you pay this for that? Two, the luau wasn't profitable enough. Did it make money? I hope so. Was it worth the time, hassle, aggravation, and net profits to keep it going? Probably not. They had equity actors in that show. They had talent they had to pay. They had a bunch of, for lack of a better term, headaches to get this show going at night in, night out. I don't even know if it was nightly. That's how far removed I am from the whole luau scene. I will tell you this. If they mess with the skyline of the poly, that's where I get nervous. We're talking DVC tower, and that makes me go to one place, and that's the Royal Ripoff. And those of you that have driven by the Riviera Resort knows they have that big giant RR on top of the facade facing Lake Buena Vista. If the Royal Ripoff is an indication of the future of DVC or the future of the DVC tower concept, I know we have Bay Lake Tower, but please don't put a 20-store mega-rise hut at the Poly. That's all I'm saying. But it really wouldn't, I don't know if they have the land in that specific luau spot to even accomplish that. But if they do, please, Disney, don't. And just remember, nothing's permanent. Reflections was supposed to be on River Country or Discovery Island or whatever you want to call it. That got pushed back. Reflections, of all the Disney brainpower involved, Reflections was in it. Anyway, I digress. So that's the two big scoops. The luau's officially gone. It's been gone since pre-COVID. And a new DVC tower being planned for the Poly. Strange times, my friend. Strange times indeed. I don't know what to make of that. Well, actually, I do. I just ranted for 7 minutes about it. But if he plops down, and I say he like leaderships, if leaderships plops down a giant Marriott tower in the middle of the Polynesian, a stern email will be written. I think that's going to do it. And again, I apologize for my lack of attendance these few days, but I was hurt, man. What do you want me to do? And just kind of happily coincided with A, I need to get something out there, and B, pretty sneaky news, unless you're a member of all those weird chat groups like me. That being said, thanks for watching me. If you like what you saw today, please subscribe. If you hated what you saw today, blame the brand new 2024 projected construction date of the new DVC tower at the Polynesian. And that being, it's a rare 3-layer, that being said, keep the parts clean.